Snoop Dogg is in hot water again. Now we know Snoop Dogg has been, in the news over the years for saying very controversial things, right? Well, this time he was honored at the BET Awards, and Aunt Viv is livid. She's upset because we know that Aunt Viv was blackballed from the industry, right? We know that she was blackballed from the industry. They were saying that she was the angry black woman. She had an attitude problem. So she posted, F Snoop, y'all are very tolerant with black men. Now, I got a problem with that comment, right? But, she's dealing with her issues because, they kicked her out the whip a long time ago because they said that she was a problem. But Snoop Dogg, he was honored at the BET Awards, and, he got up there, he said this.
Yeah, you First off, I want to say thank you to BET. Thank you for this honor. Thank this team of mine, this family of mine for this Icon Award. That's love. Shout out to the teachers who taught me how to read and write, because that's very important. That's very important. Shout out to all of the MCs that I battled along the way, from Snoop Rockski to Snoop D-O-double-G, Steel Sharp and Steel. And I want to thank you, Dr. Dre, for allowing me the opportunity to ghostwrite for you on Deep Cover. And and Nothing But a G thing. And just giving me a clear heart at allowing others to write with me and to write for me. That's one of my skill sets, and I treasure that to this day. So thank you, Dr. Dre, for opening me up for that.
In the era of the Me Too movement and all this stuff that's going on, to have Dre up there on the stage, knowing that Dre has a history of putting his hands on women and a history of just all kinds of weirdo stuff that Dre's been accused of, right? So while Snoop was being honored, there's a lot of people that took to social media, right? And one guy, government name, the BET Awards 2025, giving Snoop Dogg, who supported the oligarch Trump, an award seems tone deaf to the black community, right? So you have a lot of people. Then you have another person, BLK. This guy looked kind of funny. After that Trump stint, Snoop Dogg doesn't deserve blank from BET. And they could have used his expected time to properly tribute and acknowledge Angie Stone and brought out some of her neo-soul peers, right? Last time I checked, BET is not black owned. And then we got Queer Latifah. Did BET just forget that Snoop Dogg performed for Donald Trump and Dr. Dre is an abusive piece of it, right? So they're going down the line, right? And they're really coming for him. Then Susie the chef said, black male celebrities calls y'all ripped Chrisette Michelle a new blank and ended her career. Then Trill Clinton says Snoop Dogg being embraced at the BET Awards after selling out to Trump is insane. We require zero accountability from celebrities. Man, right? Man, so you had a lot of people going in on him. If y'all wondering what they're talking about when he performed for Trump and all, they're talking about when all those black rappers and entertainers went and performed for Trump at this place here. Check this out.
My mother say, man, you playing to win tonight, man. You sharp as a mosquito for me. What's going down? That's that crypto, see? They let a real crip up in the crypto ball. Ooh. Bang, bang.
Now, let me say this for black folks, because a lot of black folks is mad at him because he performed at the crypto ball. Now, I remember when he was out there and he was talking trash about he called somebody, one of those women that's part of that boule class of B, and Susan Rice, that was high up in the position with the president, or her white husband. She called him out and made him apologize. Look up Susan Rice, right? She was in one of the presidential cabinets. She called him out and made him apologize. Well, let me talk about the flip-flop of the black folks. Y'all cry and complain about racism and W supremacy, but a lot of y'all was willing to go vote for Kamala, but Kamala got a W husband, right? Her husband ain't a black man. She didn't love our culture enough to marry black, to put a black family out in front. But y'all cool with that, right? So, yeah, Snoop Dogg was out there twerking and saying he was against Trump and he was this, but then he got invited to the crypto ball. But what I'm saying is Snoop Dogg was a part of what all y'all do all the time is flip-flop. All of y'all flip-flop, right? This whole system has never been for us. It's always been against us, right? But y'all pick and choose who y'all want to be mad at, right? A lot of these Democrats, right, is now supporting the so-called immigration policy because those Latinos got higher numbers than ours, and they have a larger voting block. But they conditioning y'all to support all that, right? And they got all the letter crew. You see the queer woman and all these different groups. They all coming out in support of that. They're not standing 10 toes down on blackness, despite whatever you identify as. No, they're being told what to do. But you mad at Snoop Dogg? It doesn't make any sense. I don't support what Snoop Dogg do. I don't care nothing for these athletes and entertainers. But I'm seeing the hypocrisy. Well, Snoop Dogg went on to Ebro show, and he voiced his opinion about people turning on him because he went to the crypto ball. He said this.
On Is It a Crime? No, you get focused this time.
Yes.
We on the heels of the public coming for Uncle Snoop. Snoop takes a performance gig for some crypto cats around Donald Trump's inauguration. You knew the water was going to be hot, but you went ahead and delved into it. What do you have to say to people now that maybe are feeling some type of way?
Well, I think the situation that needs to be explained is that, 30 minutes or 30 years, right? So how long did I DJ for that night? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Right? So David Sachs, which is the head of crypto. So say, for example, Ebro is David Sachs. He's been my friend for 15 years. Ebro gets a job from the White House to go do some crypto business when me and Ebro been doing crypto business since it started. So imagine that relationship that I have with Ebro, and he gets the job at the White House, and then Ebro says, hey, Snoop, I have an event that are some very important people there that's going to help with the initiatives that you want to do dealing with the community in the hood. We need you to show up. We got a bag for you and a bag for the community. We just need you for 30 minutes. Boom. Ebro, I'm there. Show up, do the show, go back to the public. Man, why he do that for him over here?
Right.
Why he represent him over here when all I did was something for him over here for my people over there? But the perspective sometimes is always thrown out of context because the media threw out their comment, I didn't say nothing. So a lot of times people went to defend me and they went to fight for me or say, hey man, y'all can't say that about Snoop. He did this, he did that. And then you had some people say, well, 8 years ago he said this. But what I say is 30-minute DJ set versus 30 years of real work. Which one matters? Which one matters the most? Which one actually matters, and is it a crime? Is it a crime for me to do a 30-minute DJ set to find out more about crypto and financial literacy for the community without explaining it to you when I've never explained nothing to you? I've always done what was best for us, in the best interest of us. So, to me, my record deals with a lot of
I was going to
those
say
answers.
this title, I think, speaks to that.
Yeah, it speaks to it to where it's like I don't have a long conversation about what I did to make you feel a certain way. But I do say this. If I have a bad game, it's okay. I'll come back and put up some more points on the board. But the point is, I'm going to keep playing every day.
But you do recognize, because I feel like I know you well enough, I feel like you recognize where people was struggling to understand why it happened.
I think I recognize that people was looking at the footage from 8 years ago with me, in a mind state of being hatred, having so much hatred towards the president, so much energy of negativity towards him. 8 years later, people were still holding that as thinking that he's supposed to still feel like he felt 8 years ago, which I probably did. But I didn't show that because he wasn't there and it wasn't a night for that.
Now, again, I asked this question. What is the agenda of the black community? And who is the black community? Right? Because I see the blacks of the LGBTQ have their own agenda, separate from the black community. I see a gender war of women that have their own agenda separate from black men. I see black men that have their own agenda separate from black women. So what is the agenda of the black community? My thing is, y'all posting this stuff and you mad at Snoop, but what is the agenda, right? I would ask Aunt Viv, when you make that statement, how do you feel about young black boys, right? How do y'all feel about the out of controlness of young black girls? When you vote for Kamala, but she got a W husband, how do you feel about the black family? So how can you be mad at Snoop Dogg, right, and hold him accountable, but not hold the black community as a whole accountable with some of the things that y'all say and the way y'all behave? Y'all not mad at the gender war? Huh? Y'all not mad at some of our LGBTQ community brothers and sisters having a diametrically opposed agenda from the black agenda? Y'all not mad at that either? See, I look at the whole community as a sellout. All of y'all done sold out, right? Because none of y'all are pro-black family. All of y'all are pro y'all agenda separate from what blackness in America is. All of y'all. But you mad at Snoop Dogg. You're mad because he being honored. But a lot of y'all participate in the gender war. When y'all got a problem with certain things, y'all just say black men. Y'all don't say the specific black men you got a problem with. Y'all say black men. When y'all got a problem with black women, y'all say black women the whole. Y'all do it in front of the whole world, for the whole world to see, right? So when I see this, people have vitriol towards Snoop, I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all are hypocrites. I don't care for a lot of these athletes and entertainers. I already know that they flip-flop and sell out for the dollar. I know. But y'all want to criticize them when y'all throwing stones and y'all live in glass houses. Y'all ain't black first. Y'all agenda first. You a Democrat first. All they gotta do is plead the blood of Christ, and y'all forgive and y'all with them. Y'all ain't 10 toes down forcing them to make recompense for what they done to us. No. Y'all make alliance. As long as you vote for Kamala with that W husband, racism is over. Y'all don't believe that no more. So no, miss me with the foolishness. The whole thing is messed up. It's all messed up, man. If it's up to me. So if you mad at Snoop, you should be mad at them all. But that's my stance on it, right? I'm gonna cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, and I don't care for Snoop. None of it. Leave your comments in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.